Hi, Shira7. Okay, so I am in my reading room. I have a reading room now where I can read my tarot cards, my oracle cards, do my dream interpretations without interruption. So I could actually do the readings via Skype for my oracle readings because they're easier to do over Skype. And I have my table set up. I have lots of room, so you'd be able to see the cards layout. I would use the smaller decks to show you your reading right here. Let me show you. Give an example. Okay, let me get my oracle cards. So here are my oracle cards. Excuse me, let me put this away. So here are my oracle cards. And I could actually do the reading via Skype. Or if you don't want to do the webcam, I can actually just do it, through talking. So you can actually hear my voice and I would tell you what the cards were. A lot of people like to have it typed out so they have a written record. So I would be, And if you would like to do a Skype and have a written record of the card reading, I could also do that, but I would just have to email it to you. So if you want to start getting readings via Skype, I am available for that because I do have now my own little private area where I can actually do that. So let's see. I'm going to give a sample reading. I'm only going to do 5 since it's a sample reading. Many of you have had readings by me before, and some of you haven't. So I'm just going to give you a little sample of what a reading would be like. So first of all, I would ask you to think of a situation or a question that you need guidance with, and you would either tell me or keep it to yourself, doesn't matter. And then I would ask you to tell me when to stop shuffling the cards. And when you told me stop, then I would stop and then draw the cards. And in a regular reading, you would get 11 cards, but since this is a sample reading, I'm only doing 5. So for example, if you got this reading, the first card is detached from this situation. So if you had asked a question about your relationship or your job or finances, this would tell you to step back from the situation or question that you had and look at it from a distance and see it with new eyes and try to, let go of the fear that could be attached to the situation and look at it from a place where you haven't looked before, with no fear, with no drama, just with open eyes. So this will help you see your situation through different eyes so that you can assess it better. Okay, and the next card is focus upon divine and perfect health. This could be to remind yourself to focus on your actions and your well-being, because a lot of times the way you think and how you feel affect your health as well. So negative thoughts, stress, things that upset you can also affect your health. So it says to really focus on your divine and perfect health. Divine health is your well-being. So this means don't stress, don't worry, focus on your well-being so that your overall physical health will not, diminish. This one says that your children are protected, are watched over by angels. A lot of people worry about their kids and if they're making the right decisions in life or if they are going to be okay with the decisions that you're making in your life. So a lot of times people are wondering about how their kids are feeling in the situation. And this basically is saying that they're protected. You will be guided on ways to be a good parent and role model for your children, and they are protected from anything that could, bring them misfortune or a bad experience because of your decisions. They will be protected. Okay, so then you don't have to worry about them as a factor for you not moving forward with your dream. Okay. The next card is the person that you are asking about is trustworthy. So if you're asking about a relationship, or if you're asking about a business partnership, or if you're asking about any situation, the person that's close to the situation or in the relationship, this card indicates that they are trustworthy. Okay. And that it's okay to, open your heart wider to them, because, it's okay because they're trustworthy. Okay. And the last card in this sample reading, keep your eye on the targeted intention. That means if you're working towards a goal, if you're working at a relationship, if you're working towards something, keep your eye on the intention. Don't get distracted by other things or other people or negative thoughts. Keep your mind focused on exactly what you want and release all the fears around it. Keep your confidence level high, keep your courage level high, and focus on the result that you want instead of all the obstacles in your way. You don't see the obstacles, you need to see the end result. Okay? So that would be a sample reading for my oracle cards. And I like the oracle cards because they're straight to the point. They are quick and easy, and they give you really good spiritual and just regular great advice. Okay. And like the tarot cards are a little bit more, symbolic. They go more into depth. So let's do like a sample tarot card reading. Okay. Let's just draw whatever's over here. I'm just gonna draw about, let's just do 5. Okay, here we go. I will show you. Okay, I'm sorry it's dark in here. Let me turn the light on because it's kind of dark. There we go. The sun is setting. Okay, so for instance, okay, first card, Temperance. Okay, this means patience. This means whatever you've been hoping for and working towards and praying about and meditating about and manifesting is coming into fruition, and there's nothing more that you can do except for wait and be patient. Okay? This card is basically saying it's done. You just have to wait and believe, and don't sabotage yourself by thinking negatively about whatever's in the works. Okay? Okay, so that's the Temperance card. The next card would be like this is the 7 of Wands. And this means basically you are you're up against competition, and even though you're alone and only one, you are able to, compete against all these against you, and you're going to come out victorious in your endeavor. And wands usually indicate that this is about lifestyle. So you're trying to climb up maybe the corporate ladder, or open your own business, or compete for a position in your job or something like that. So that's what that card would indicate. This card, the 3 of Cups, this represents celebration. You've accomplished something. You have much love and happiness, and a balance of things in life. Now, if this was reversed, this card would mean This card would mean that you are abundant in earthly and material wealth, but not really love or true happiness or whatever. So it does matter if the card is upward or reversed. Okay, in the meanings. This card is the Four of Wands. This means wealth, great earthly material wealth and happiness. Accomplishment as far as everything to do on the earthly plane. And then if it was reversed, it's basically the same except just in a lesser degree, less extravagance, more, just wealthy but less extravagance, less bling, if you will. Okay, you might not have a yacht, but you got a mansion. Okay. And then this card is the Four of Cups. This card is basically saying you are not seeing your blessings. You are not caring that you are receiving great things from different sources, and you're just kind of fed up with your situation or your life at this moment, and you're not really appreciating the gifts that are being bestowed upon you. Okay. So you kind of like take a second look at the things that you're overlooking and take it for granted, and asking yourself, why do I feel this way? So it depends on your question. It depends on your situation and what the cards will mean for you. And like I said, it's all, depending on how you feel. And the cards basically tell you what's going on at the present moment, what could happen down the line. And, it's really all up to you to change your thinking and your whatever you're doing to either avoid or make this happen or avoid it, depending on what you want to do. So if you haven't had a reading before and you're nervous about it, you don't really know what it's about, basically it's just reading the symbolisms, and it's basically having your cards drawn according to, whatever the universe is trying to tell you at the time. And also it usually adds up to what actually is happening in your life, especially if you are using a reader who is knowledgeable in symbolism, who's done it before, who knows what's going on, who understands that cards cannot tell your future. Okay, first of all, get that out your head. Cards cannot tell you. They can tell a pending. Like, everything is pending. There's nothing that is set in stone. But basically, on the path that you're on right now can determine whether you're going to go this way or this way. And then the cards kind of give you a balance of which way that you want to choose. It kind of gives you a little warning about what to look out for and what you're up against. It's not going to say, nothing is set in stone, because you create your own reality. Okay, the cards are just basically telling you where you are, what could happen if you make certain decisions, and basically it's up to you. So there's really nothing to be uneasy about. A lot of people will not really want to do tarot cards or something like that. They will opt for the Archangel Michael Oracle cards, which is why I do both, because some people just they don't resonate with tarot. They resonate with angels. They resonate with something more spiritual. So that's fine. I do both. So if y'all want a reading tonight, I'm doing them tonight. I'll be doing them tomorrow during the daytime. I'm going to try to do some at night tomorrow as well. So if y'all want a reading, find me on Facebook at SheRoss7 on Facebook. And I will post an Etsy link to actually do the payment. Or if you don't want to go through Etsy, I do have a PayPal, so just inbox me and I will send it to you. Okay, well, I hope that kind of give you, I hope that kind of gave you an insight on what a reading would be like. via Skype, or actually if I do it over Facebook, I actually type it in the messenger, and that way you can have like, a reference to go back to, or you can save it and copy it, and put it on your WordPad, or I can actually email you a reading as well. So whatever you want to do, if you prefer one-on-one like this, if you prefer just Skype, if you prefer just like the call without the camera, that's fine. So just let me know. And after each reading, I ask, do you have any questions about the reading? And then you can ask your question, and then I will answer. Also, I do dream interpretations. So if you've had like the strange dream and you don't know what I mean, I can interpret your dreams. And I actually had a client that just had her dream interpreted, and then she wanted a reading to follow up with the dream, because the dream was telling her something and she needed more insight on what the dream was telling her about. And the cards kind of gave her that insight of what the dream was actually saying to her. And the cards actually lined up perfectly with her dream. I kid you not. I was amazed myself. I was like, wow, these cards really just like lined up with this lady's dream. Okay, anyway, sometimes it is like surprising to the reader as well what the cards will reveal, because some cards are very rare and the other person doesn't know that the card is rare, but when like a reader sees a rare card or like a really good card in the reading, they get excited for that person. So if you never had a reading before, you should try me. I'm not very expensive at all. I don't really believe in charging an arm and a leg. So if you want to get a reading, get one from me, She Or 7. I charge $5 for oracle readings, $10 for tarot readings. Okay?